Alright, let's start at the very beginning, way back when the sun was still a bit more of a mystery than it is now. The pyramids of Egypt aren't just ancient buildings. They're like time capsules that whisper secrets about a civilization that once ruled with both power and panache. Imagine standing in front of these massive structures, feeling the weight of history pressing down on you, and thinking, wow, how did they even build this? Well, we're here to unravel some of those mysteries, one secret at a time. These pyramids weren't just random piles of stone. They were carefully designed with purpose. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, who wanted to ensure his journey to the afterlife was smooth sailing, literally. But here's where it gets interesting. The pyramids weren't just about the afterlife. They were also symbols of power and divine connection. The shape itself is said to represent the rays of the sun god Ra, which makes you wonder if the ancient Egyptians had a thing for geometry or just really loved their sun. Now, let's talk about how these structures were built. You might think, how did they move all that stone? Well, it's not like they had cranes and bulldozers back then. Instead, they probably used ramps, sledges, and a whole lot of human labor, though we're still not entirely sure how they managed to get those massive blocks up to the top. Some theories suggest they used water to lubricate the sledges, while others think they built spiral ramps around the pyramid as it rose. Either way, it's safe to say that these ancient engineers were pretty clever for their time. But here's a twist. The pyramids weren't just about the pharaohs. They also played a role in the daily lives of Egyptians. The surrounding areas were filled with temples, tombs, and even worker villages, which means the pyramids were part of a larger complex that supported thousands of people. This gives us a glimpse into how organized and structured ancient Egyptian society was, like a well-oiled machine, but with more sand and fewer gears. And let's not forget about the mystery factor. The pyramids have been around for over 4,500 years, and yet we're still uncovering new things about them. Some of their internal chambers are sealed off, and others have only recently been explored using modern technology like ground-penetrating radar. It's like a treasure hunt that never ends, with each discovery adding another layer to the story of these incredible structures. So, you thought the pyramids were just fancy tombs for pharaohs? Well, let's not get too comfortable. While most people believe they were built as royal burial sites, there are plenty of theories that suggest they might have served a completely different purpose. Some historians argue that these massive structures weren't just places to put dead kings. They could have been something far more mysterious and even controversial. One popular theory is that the pyramids functioned as temples rather than tombs. Imagine this. Instead of being a resting place for a pharaoh, the Great Pyramid of Giza might have been a sacred space where priests performed rituals to honor the gods. This idea makes sense when you consider how the pyramids were aligned with celestial bodies like Orion's belt and the North Star. It's as if they were built to connect the earthly realm with the divine, acting as a bridge between heaven and earth. But wait, what if the pyramids weren't even for humans at all? Some researchers have proposed that these structures might have been used for something entirely different, like astronomical observatories or even energy sources. You know, like ancient versions of Tesla coils or something. While this sounds a bit far-fetched, there are some intriguing clues, like the way the pyramids' angles and dimensions match certain mathematical ratios, that make people wonder if they were built with more than just burial in mind. Then there's the theory that the pyramids were part of a larger system designed to channel energy. Some believe that the shape and orientation of the pyramids could have amplified or focused natural energies, possibly for healing or spiritual purposes. This idea is supported by the fact that ancient Egyptians had a deep understanding of geometry and astronomy, which they used in their architecture. So maybe these weren't just tombs, they were powerhouses of some sort. Of course, not everyone agrees with these alternative theories. The mainstream view still holds that the pyramids were primarily built as royal tombs, especially since many of them contain burial chambers and grave goods. But even within this theory, there are mysteries, like why so much effort was put into building such massive structures for a single purpose. Was it just about showing off, or did they have deeper symbolic meanings that we're still trying to uncover? When you think about the pyramids, the first image that pops into your head is probably a group of sweaty slaves toiling under the scorching sun. But here's the twist. Those ancient Egyptians weren't just prisoners with chains and whips. They were actually skilled workers who got paid for their labor. Yep, you heard that right. The pyramids weren't built by enslaved people. They were constructed by a workforce of laborers who were well-fed, housed, and even given medical care. Imagine being one of these workers. You wake up in a village near the construction site, get a hearty breakfast, then head to work with your tools and fellow builders. It's like a pyramid-building version of a modern-day job with benefits. Now, let's talk about who exactly made up this workforce. Archaeologists believe that the majority of workers were local laborers, men from nearby villages who had families and lives outside of building pyramids. These weren't just random people dragged into forced labor. They were volunteers or hired hands who saw the pyramids as a way to earn extra money, gain status, or even get a break from their regular jobs. Some workers might have been skilled artisans, like stonecutters or carpenters, while others were more general laborers. It's like having a team of construction workers and craftsmen working together in perfect harmony, not just a bunch of slaves with no skills. But wait, what about the idea that there were slaves involved? Well, some historians think that maybe a small number of prisoners or captives might have been used for certain tasks, especially during times of war. However, most evidence suggests that these weren't the main builders. Instead, they were likely used for more dangerous or specialized jobs, like hauling heavy stones or working in the quarries. The real backbone of the pyramid building effort was made up of free men who had a stake in the project and were treated with respect. Think of it as an ancient version of a construction company where everyone has a role to play and gets paid for their work. Another fascinating detail is that these workers lived in temporary housing near the construction site, which suggests they were there for extended periods. These settlements had everything from bakeries and breweries to medical facilities, showing that the workforce was well supported. It's like having a mini-city built just for the workers, complete with entertainment and social spaces. So, while you might imagine slaves suffering in the heat, the reality is more like a bustling construction site where people were working hard but also enjoying life outside of their labor. The pyramids weren't just monuments to power, they were also symbols of organized labor and community effort. So next time you see an image of the pyramids, remember that behind those massive structures was a team of skilled workers who were treated with respect and given the tools they needed to do their jobs. They weren't slaves, they were builders, craftsmen, and even some engineers who helped shape one of the greatest architectural feats in human history. The next time you hear about the pyramids, you can confidently say that they were built by a dedicated workforce, not just a group of people forced into labor. And if you ever find yourself in Egypt, maybe you'll spot a few descendants of these ancient builders still proud of their heritage. In 2017, a team of scientists and archaeologists made a discovery that sent shockwaves through the world of ancient history. Deep within the Great Pyramid of Giza, they found what appeared to be a hidden chamber, buried beneath layers of rubble and stone. This wasn't just any old room. It was a secret space that had been concealed for over 4,500 years, waiting to be uncovered by modern technology. The discovery raised more questions than answers, sparking debates about the true purpose of this mysterious void. The chamber was found using muon tomography, a technique that uses cosmic rays to create images of the interior of massive structures. It's like having an X-ray for ancient pyramids, allowing researchers to peer inside without breaking a single stone. The team had suspected there might be hidden chambers for years, but this was the first time they could confirm its existence with concrete evidence. Imagine being able to see through walls and discover secrets that have been locked away for millennia. This is what modern science has brought to ancient mysteries. What's even more intriguing is that the chamber appears to be larger than previously thought, suggesting it might have served a significant purpose in the pyramid's design. Some theories suggest it could have been used as a storage space, or perhaps even a ceremonial area for rituals related to the pharaoh's afterlife. Others speculate that it might have housed artifacts or inscriptions that were never found. The possibilities are endless, and each new clue brings us closer to understanding how ancient Egyptians engineered such an incredible structure. The discovery has also sparked debates about the construction techniques used by the ancient builders. If there was a hidden chamber, it means the pyramid's design was more complex than previously believed. This raises questions about the level of engineering knowledge possessed by the ancient Egyptians and whether they had advanced tools or methods that we are still trying to decipher. It's like finding a blueprint for an impossible feat of architecture, and it challenges our understanding of what was possible thousands of years ago. Despite all the excitement surrounding this discovery, there is still much work to be done. Researchers continue to analyze data from muon scans and hope to uncover more details about the chamber's contents and purpose. The mystery of the Great Pyramid remains one of the greatest enigmas in human history, and every new finding brings us closer to unlocking its secrets. Who knows what lies hidden within this secret chamber? Perhaps it will change everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. Now, let's talk about something that makes even the most skeptical astronomer do a double take. The pyramids were not just built to point toward the sky, they were actually aligned with specific stars. Imagine standing on the Giza Plateau and looking at the Great Pyramid of Khufu. It's like the ancient Egyptians had a cosmic compass in their hands, pointing directly towards Orion's belt. one of the most recognizable constellations in the night sky. This wasn't just random luck, it was intentional, and it suggests that these builders had an advanced understanding of astronomy far beyond what we might expect from a civilization thousands of years ago. Orion's belt is not just any constellation. It's been linked to ancient Egyptian mythology for centuries. The three stars in Orion's belt are thought to represent the gods Osiris, Set, and Horus, three key figures in Egyptian religion. So, when you look at the pyramids from above, they form a sort of celestial map that mirrors this mythological story. It's like the ancient Egyptians were saying, "Hey, we built these structures not just for pharaohs to rest in, but also to honor the gods and their cosmic journey through the stars." But here's where it gets even more mind-blowing. The alignment of the pyramids wasn't just about pointing toward Orion's belt. The Great Pyramid is actually aligned with incredible precision, so precise that its sides are almost perfectly aligned with true north, south, east, and west. This level of accuracy would have required not only advanced astronomical knowledge, but also a deep understanding of geometry and engineering. It's like the ancient Egyptians were using a star map as their blueprint for construction, which is pretty impressive when you think about how long ago this all happened. Some researchers even believe that the pyramids were built to serve as a kind of star map or celestial observatory. By aligning them with specific stars and constellations, they may have been trying to connect the earthly realm with the divine. It's possible that these structures were not just tombs, but also sacred sites where priests and astronomers would gather to study the heavens and interpret their messages. In a way, the pyramids were like ancient observatories, helping people understand the cosmos long before telescopes existed. So next time you look up at the night sky and see Orion's belt, remember that somewhere in Egypt, there are three massive stone structures pointing right at it, like a cosmic message from thousands of years ago. It's a reminder that even though we think we know so much about ancient civilizations, there's still so much more to discover. The pyramids aren't just monuments. They're a testament to human curiosity and the timeless quest to understand our place in the universe.